Okay, so let's continue with this plumbing project. And we are going to start working on the vent system. I could go on and on with these colors, but I'm going to... Okay, so the vent system. Let's create a vent system. And just want to make sure that the line weights are okay. So that's how it's going to print. And I think that you see how thick the line weight is on the link drawing. Okay, when I print that, it's going to be that thick. And when you do print, you're going to go hidden line and you will go medium. And you'll set up but if you can see, that's a thick line on the link drawing. Let's do this. Let's go and do preview. Let's set it up first. So I'm going to change that to black lines. Default it depends on your printer setup. Okay, so this is just coming off the computer, and there are many ways to print drawings, but this is basic information. You don't want your I'm going to say OK to this and say OK to this. And you see how thick the walls are? That's not good. Let's close this out. My lines look okay. These lines, I couldn't make them thinner, and we were doing that. If I go over here, let's see what system it's on. Let's check again. I think what I'm gonna, man. Basically, what you need to do, when you see this thick line on your linked architecture drawing, you want to go back into your visibility setting and you click on your Revit links in your visibility and graphic overrides. Click the Revit link and go to that particular model. In this case, it's the architectural model, and we're going to click custom. And in the custom for the Revit link display settings, go all the way down to object styles for the linked model. All the way down on my computer is the one second from the bottom. So it's the object styles, and change that from link model, change it to the host model. And say OK. And say OK. And let's go back to, now I'm hoping this is going to work, because I went through the same process with my line work. And when you go to object styles, you would think that overrides everything. But for piping, it doesn't. I'm going to go all the way down to walls. Or let's choose, no, wait. I think, let's go here. We're going to try a few things. Let's go here and go here. And I'm going to go down to my walls and choose, that was 2. I'm going to go back to object styles and type W. Let's go all the way down to walls. It says the line weight projection is 2. I'm going to change that to a 1. And let's just see what happens. The cut, I don't know what the cut is, but that seems, if let's say yes, and that still didn't work. Let's go back. Visibility settings. Let's try this. Let's go to visibility, Revit links, and the display settings of the link model that you want to go to. And object styles is set for host model. So let's go to, so I would have to go to the host model. Let's say okay, okay. And we are going to go to object styles, Revit links. Okay. Host model. Is that going to work? Walls, cut. Let's change it to 5, or change it to 1. Maybe that's going to be our ticket. Material. Override default. We're not going to have any type of where is the clear overrides? Overrides. Anything? Identity, default wall. Let's say okay. And the cut and the projection is 1. I'm gonna say okay, hopefully they'll go down. Yes, okay. So that's what we wanted. So it had to be in the object styles. So when we go to visibility, Revit links, go to the display settings and choose custom, and you go all the way down to object styles and make that by host model. And now you can control the weight of the line weight of your linked model. Whether it's architecture, it looks like if it's, well, in this case it's architecture. I'm not gonna say for the, it's probably for, I don't know. I'm just gonna say for walls it works in the linked model. So I'm gonna leave it at that and say okay, and say okay. And then for my drawings, I'm gonna change, I think I'll leave it at 2 when I get ready to plot. I'll leave it at 2. I already set that up, you see? So the architect's model can go here. I mean, the architect's line weight is less. Let's close this out. Let's do linked, the vent systems. Let's go vent systems. I can go to systems and type and go to pipe. We are going to have a PVC pipe and the system type is vent. 6 inches. I'm gonna make it 2 inches coming off of my water closets. And it's gonna be a common vent. It's 5 feet. I can change that to, let's change the display. I like to use realistic and fine. Okay. So now we can go in here and come down. Just gonna move this over. Let's go back. Okay, that's better. And I'm gonna let that appear to go down. It's already at 5. Let's change this to 9. I'm changing the elevation to 9 feet, and I'm gonna make it so that the pipe looks as if it's going down. So I'm gonna change the end of this elevation to, let's say, 5, and choose apply. So you can always set up your views to be, there's like 3 types of, I'm sure there's more, but there's 3 main types of views. You can have a plot view, you can have a working view, or you can have a mixture of the 2, which is what I'm doing. Okay, and you can set these up where you would duplicate one of these. Right, you go up here, you duplicate the view, and you can set it up as and there's dependent views. There's so many ways to work with Revit. So, so the plot, let's go back here and look at our preview. Okay, so that's our, it looks like the vent is on the weight is 1. The waist is at 2. It looks like it's a little, the vent, it looks a little thinner, and that's okay. So we're gonna do that, And this is a common vent. I need a vent for my floor drain, both floor drains, and my two lavatories. I'm going to copy these. Let's see, that's about this one, that one, and let's say about right there. Now I need to change these two to 1/2 inch and change this guy. I'm choosing the tab button so I can choose the entire system. 1 and 1/2 inch. That's a 2 inch. That's okay. They're all at 9. And I'm gonna go, let's just go here. I think what I need to do is make sure that the ceiling space, I'm looking for my view, see if I have enough ceiling space. And let's get a reference, right click, and go to my section view. Let's turn this guy off. And we are gonna choose, make sure the vent is on. And let's go to filters. There's no filters, so it should be on. I could, okay. So what I'm looking at is a section view and the roof plan. Looks like let me make sure that my architect, everything is on. So, because I'm looking for a ceiling height. If there is a ceiling, I can see a roof looking at the section view. Everything is on, everything should be on. When I'm trying to coordinate at this level, and so I need to take a look at the inside of this. So I'm going to choose the pipe. Then I'm going to choose my selection box so we can see what's going on. Or what we can do is look at the green roof, hardscape, orientation. Let's go to orient to view. Now I'm guessing to see which one is the better view. So I'm going to go to orient to view, floor plans, and it is going to be my green roof. I don't know if this is the better view. Let's see. Let's turn on the architect's drawing. I don't need the structure drawing. And it should just give me a view of the floor plan. And depending on how thick. Okay, where are we? We are out here. I think what I'm going to do, let's go back. I'm going to erase this. Okay, let's do this again. Selection box, and we're going to go here. So what I'm looking for is the ceiling space, or the space that, looking for the bathroom area, in other words. Bathroom area, and now I'm looking for, it looks like the vent might be in the ceiling space. Yeah. I mean, so it's in the, not in the ceiling space, but it's below the ceiling and above the wall. And it looks like when you walk into the bathroom, you're gonna see vent pipe. And we don't want that. What we want to do is, or what we're going to have to do, let's see if I can get a better feel. I'm going to go here. And now let's look at let's look here. Okay, so that's our section view, and there's no ceiling. So I don't want to show the vent pipe in the ceiling, so what I'm going to have to do is put all of this pipe in the walls. I'm erasing all of this, and I can rotate this. Okay, Let's just go here, highlight, rotate in place. Okay, center of rotation, place. We're gonna go right there. And we're gonna go, was that 45? That had to be 45. Well, it wasn't. So I'm gonna erase it and start over. Undo. Create similar. Go here, here. That should be at 9. Yes. So here I'm gonna have the pipe go down at 5, just so they can have the presentation of looking like it's going down. And I'm gonna erase this guy and move this guy over here. Not so much on top of it. And let's move it up, shift. Let's get all of it. So now I'm moving this up just about right there. That's probably good. And that's 2 inches, and I'm gonna get all of these. So I'm in the wall space. Okay. In the wall space, and maybe here and go up. Let's just go up. I'll go up here. But we have to see how we're going up and how we're penetrating. So I'm going to go here and choose 30 feet is probably good, and say apply. So that's our riser. And if we can look at it, let's go to our section, and it is somewhere out of view or not in view. Okay, so there it is, and we are going up, up. Okay, so it's there. That's how it's going to penetrate, and it's in the wall space. This is, you're looking inside the wall, right? Because your view range, I like to call this the section view range, or let's call it the horizontal view range. Let's go here, and what we're going to do, we're going to create a similar. We can go back. Let's go back, and we're going to grab our floor drains. Okay, so there's 2 of them. Let's go back. Floor drains here. So I'm going to come from the top so that the drawing can look like it's going down. I wonder if I can do that from, okay, I'm not going to worry about it. So we have this drawing, create similar, go here, and I'm going to change it. That's the correct vent, but it's okay. I was going to change it to a T. Let's change it. It's going to be a 1/2 inch, 1 1/2 inch for the drainage. Let's go back. And that's for that view. And let's do this. Copy. No, create similar. And that's for the second floor drain. Okay, that's that floor drain. That's the vent for that floor drain. And now we are going to get the common vent for our lavatory, which is here. Go back, and that's going to be a 1 1/2 inch also. Create similar. We're going to go here and there. Uh-oh. Let's just create similar from here. But we're going to change it to 1 1/2 inch. This is a lot of detail. A lot of this can be done with, we could actually, not with this system. I was going to say we could actually say vent down to fixtures, but you usually use that with hot and cold water. So we have our vent system, and we can label these however your office standard labels these. You could label 1/2 inch, but this I'm going to label annotation, text, and we're going to just put a little note right there, here, here, and just say 2 inch vent to roof, vent to roof. Okay, We'll say that. And let's sync. Okay, so we have that, and let's look at our printing, because we're going to need to print this, and the rest of this can be labeled okay. That's okay. And that's our drawing. And you can control your line weight, and I've gone over that, but you can control it through your system. Let's go to waste. Let's go to vent. I'll just say vent, and that will take us all the way down. Waste. Oh, that's what the problem was. That's what happened. Okay, so the waste, you can control that through your properties here, and your line graphs. And your line graphs and your material are two different things. If you want this graphic overrides, this type your graphic overrides, your line graphics is going to control how it's going to plot. I think that this blue is irrelevant on your line graphics. I'm going to change it to green and see what happens. Well, it's going to change the green, but if I change the display to realistic, it's going to turn blue. Well, let's go back. It's going to turn blue. Now see, if you look up close, the line graphics is still there, but it's on the exterior. It's on the perimeter of the pipe, what it looks like. And that's what's going to plot. So let's go back. Wait, properties. Okay, so I'm going to change this back to blue because I like that color. I may have to change it. Green looks better, but that's the vent system. And let's just say okay to that, okay to that. And this is going to control how it looks when you plot, okay? But the material, this material is controlling the exterior solid part of your pipes. You see? Let's go, the appearance, this color, if I change it to cyan, graphics, I don't think the appearance is going to control your color. Graphics might control something else that I don't know, that I don't use, I think that's going to be the case, where appearance is going to control the color of your pipe when you're working on them. Let's say okay to this, and it should change to cyan. Okay. But when it plots, well, when you change it to, let's say, hidden line, and how it's going to plot, it's going to change back to your display. Where is it? Here. It's going to change back to your line graphics. Okay? So there's a difference between the two. And there's also object styles, but we're not going to get into that anymore. Let's go here. Let's go back and change. I think I changed something. Cyan. Yeah, no, not this one. You see? It can get it can get confusing, I guess. Man, I don't know what color that was. Was that the right color? Well, we'll see. Yeah, I think it was just the basic blue, I think. So when we go back here. Okay. Yeah, it's just basic blue. So everything looks good. Okay. So I think I've covered a little bit. So if I plot, I can't plot in this mode and have the plotter recognize that I'm in that mode and I don't want to plot in that mode. So I always have to go back. This is what I was talking about, the plot file. Because you could draw it and not have to change these colors all the time. But if you're a small time operation like myself, then you have to change. Let's go in a little bit. I just want to see the whole thing. Okay, so that's how it's going to look when you plot out that drawing. And you want to get all of that, those settings as quickly as possible, because the engineer is going to come around at your desk after the project starts, and in about a week, he's going to want to know, well, how's it going? Give me a plot. And you're going to be sitting in the office trying to figure out why your line weights are not working. And this guy, your engineer, has to go home. So you want to make sure you set up as much as you can on the front end so that when it's time for you to plot, set up all your sheets, your 17 by 11s, all of your sheets, because the engineer is going to want something, a progress, something, and you don't want to be left looking like you're not prepared. This is a profession, and you've got to be professional. Okay. All right, guys. I hope that helped, and I will talk to you guys later.